Welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about something very important, how to say don't do something, a negative command, or in a related stop doing something. They're actually very similar. You'll see that the only difference is adding la to say stop doing something. So here there's two ways to do this. Before the verb, you put 不要 or 别. So this is 不要, this is 别. They mean exactly the same thing in usage, in grammar, in meaning. In fact, you can think of 别 as a contraction of 不要. I don't think or know that's actually true. It might be, I'm not sure. But you can think of it that way because you have 不要别, they mean the same thing, and you can sort of kind of imagine that this is a contraction of that to help you remember that they are the same and they act the same way. So you put 不要 before the verb to say don't do something. 不要吃肉, don't eat meat. This could be, a vegetarian saying, don't do that, it's bad, or it's not good for you. Or it could be someone, a wife kind of saying to her husband, don't eat meat, it's gonna, make your heart bad, it's gonna give you a heart attack. 不要吃肉. You could also say 别吃肉. Here we have 别走. 走 means to go or walk. In this case, it means leave. Don't leave. 别走. The person hasn't left yet, so you're not saying stop leaving, you're just saying don't leave. Don't do that thing you're considering doing. Or, expressing I don't want you to do that. 不要上大学. Do not, don't. 上大学 means go to university. The person saying this is saying, don't do that, it's not a good idea. Don't do that. 不要上大学 or 别上大学. Now, if you want to say stop doing something, add la. Now, this is kind of, is it intuitive? I have to think about it. I don't know. But adding la is it makes the command. It's like this thing is happening. You're doing it. Stop doing that. So here we have 别说话了. Stop talking. Stop talking. 别 or 不要说话了. 别说话了. I actually heard this when I was teaching in China. I was teaching English in China. It was my first year in China, 2004. I was in a classroom and I was with a rowdy group of students. They were kind of like the naughty kids. They were 20-some students, smaller than usual. They're sort of in their own little class. And I remember them being rowdy. And the teacher who was with me, I had it was actually her class, but I was teaching the oral English lesson for the week. And she got really angry and said, 别说话了! And that calmed them down because she was so angry. But I remember hearing that. I was like, why is there a la? Well, now I know, now you know. Okay, here we have 不要再给他钱了. 不要再给他钱了. Don't or stop, because of the la, it means stop. Don't. 在 here, this is a different 在. If you can recognize the character, you'll see it's different from the 在 that you've already learned. 不要再, here it means again. This character means again. 不要, it's actually a future lesson. 不要再give 他钱了, him money. Stop giving him money, or don't give him money again. 不要再给他钱了. So when you add a la at the end of the negative command, it means stop doing something that's happening. Here, you can use, in this sense, like the person saying this is saying it to someone who isn't currently giving money to another person, right? It's not currently happening, but it has happened before and it might happen again. And so the person is thinking about doing it, and then the person giving the command says, don't do that again. Stop giving him money. Does that make sense? It's not necessarily actually currently happening, but it has happened before, and the person might be thinking about possibly doing it again. So that's saying don't. It's pretty straightforward, but it's super helpful to know because it's a common thing to say in everyday life. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.